It's the sick truth about ISIS that as its fighters murder their way through Syria and Iraq, they record it all with real sophistication. High-quality video, boastful photographs, pictures of snipers training, the aftermath of explosions, fighters praying, pictures they sometimes sign. A common chronicler, Ibrahim Kanadi. His real name is Colin Gordon, a Canadian jihadi who features the leader of ISIS on his online profiles and praises the group, calls the James Foley murder a 10 out of 10, the perfection of terrorism. Gordon is a convert, a Calgarian who went to the Southern Alberta Institute of Technology, played volleyball, worked with hip-hop artists, and had options. He shared an apartment in the same Calgary building that housed other young Canadians turned ISIS fighters. Damien Claremont, Farah Sheardon, Salman Ashrafi, all now dead. Gordon left for Syria in late 2012. And horribly for his family, he went with his big brother Greg, also a convert, both familiar faces at the local mosque.
No, I'm very surprised, really, very surprised, because they stayed here for some time and then they disappeared.
He remembers distinctly that Greg Gordon was ill.
Yeah, I know he was sick in Foothills Hospital for some time.
Greg Gordon reportedly has sickle cell anemia, is often weak and needs hospitalization. So what role he plays in ISIS is a mystery.
I don't think
this man survived Sudan's civil war, ran from violence, and cannot understand why the Gordons would run to it.
We know what is war, what is civil war, what is this, what is it. That is why I came to Canada here. I don't want to put my hands in blood. So if my advice, if they ask me, I tell them, no, don't go. By any means, don't go.
Heartbroken and confused, too, Colin and Greg's parents, who told us they raised their kids to be peaceful. Neither had run-ins with the law. We'd like all to know we love and miss our sons dearly, they wrote. We're deeply concerned for their safety. At this time, we refuse to speculate with regards to the end of their story. We continue to keep hope alive. And of course, they would. Now, ISIS is broadly described as apocalyptic and genocidal, but 2 years ago, when the Gordon brothers left Calgary, left this city to head over, did they really know what they were getting into? Not all foreign fighters do. Some indicate that they think they're in too deep and want to come home. There's no sign of that yet from the Gordons, but even if they did want out, how do you walk away from ISIS? And for all of Colin Gordon's confident boastings online, the pictures of someone who looks a lot like him, playing video games, watching speeches by radical clerics, somewhere he still wants a piece of his life hidden. Friends told us he was alerted to our story, asked them all to stay silent, reveal nothing.
Are they Canadian citizens? Yeah. Then they're our problem. Then that's Canada's problem. It's not anybody else's problem. It's our, and we're all Canada. It is our problem. We have to own it.
So it's left mostly for strangers to talk. Mahdi Kaskas has seen enough jihadis out of Calgary to be fed up. He's organizing a conference on curbing extremism. It's a needed start. It's too late for Greg and Colin Gordon, though. They both seem to be alive, but their family is horrified, scared about what they may have done and what awaits them and all the other Canadians in the clutches of ISIS.
Well, Adrian joins us now. A nightmare for the parents, obviously. Do we have any sense of what happened to change their sons?
It's hard to say. You know, these parents are terrified, as you say. They're nervous. They want their privacy. They're also genuinely confused like everyone else. We know that in 2012, Colin and Greg Gordon spent a lot of time with Salman Ashrafi. He's a Canadian who went on to be a suicide bomber. He was lecturing these brothers about how, as Muslims, they couldn't continue to live in Canada amongst non-believers. They'd have to leave. That's a refrain we keep hearing about and from jihadis who leave this country and others. It's like they're fed a script that they repeat over and over again. And in hindsight, a lot of parents are saying that should have been the red flag for us, because not long after they uttered those words, they were gone.
All right, Adrian, thank you very much.
You're welcome.